Hi guys, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Brad, and there's a bit of an interesting story behind this battle. Brad is actually a Pokemon YouTuber like me. He has his own channel dedicated to battles, walkthroughs, all sorts of things from every generation. So he actually found me on my channel, and we decided to have a battle and post it from both perspectives on our respective channels. So this is my side of the battle. You can see he has a pretty cool team, very original. So it should make for another good match, and we're going to get into it. So he led with Chandelure, and I led with Ferrothorn. So I'm going to switch out right away. I don't want to get taken out with a fire move, so I'm going to come in with Florges. And he actually anticipated the switch, so he goes for the Energy Ball, but even so, that's not going to do a whole lot to me, and he is going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So he's going to switch out then, not much he can do to me, I guess. And he's going to come in with Snorlax. And I actually predicted that switch, so I went for the Moonblast for max damage, but even so, that didn't do a whole lot to him. So I have to switch out then. Not a whole lot I can do to this thing with Florges, so I'm going to come in with Ferrothorn again. And he actually goes for the Heavy Slam. So that's not going to do much of anything to me, and he is going to take damage from the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet, dropping him to about half, so that worked out good for me. So this turn he's going to go for the Rest, and that is going to put him to sleep and restore all of his health. And then he has a Lumberry on there to wake himself up immediately. I just went for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up. So he's going to switch out then. I guess there's not much he can do to me. So he's going to come in with Tangela, and he's going to take some damage from the rocks. But I actually predicted that switch, and I went for the knockoff. So that didn't do too much damage, but it did get rid of the Eviolite, which was good. So I'm going to switch out then. There's really nothing more I can do to this thing with Ferrothorn, so I'm going to come in with Pidgeot. And he actually goes for the Stun Spore and misses, so that was good for me. Then I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution into Mega Pidgeot. And I'm just going to go for the Hurricane for max damage. And that is going to be enough to take his Tangela out and give me the lead at 6-5. So then he's going to come in with Umbreon and take some damage from the rocks. And I'm going to switch out here because this thing is very bulky. I know it can easily live whatever attack I throw at it. So I'm going to come back in with Ferrothorn. And he actually goes for the Toxic, so that doesn't do anything to me. And then he's going to regain some health with his leftovers. So he's going to switch out then. I guess there's not much he can do to me. So he's going to come in with Bravery and take some damage from the rocks. And I actually predicted that switch again, so I went for the knockoff, and I got rid of his Choice Band with that, so that was good. So here he's going to go for the Rock Slide, I guess hoping for a flinch. It doesn't do a whole lot. He actually got the crit too, but he doesn't get the flinch, and I actually go for the Iron Head for max damage, and that's going to finish his Bravery off and give me a big lead at 6-4. So then he's going to come back in with Chandelure and take damage from the rocks. So here, I stayed in, hoping he wasn't going to go for the Flamethrower, but unfortunately he made the obvious play and did go for the Flamethrower, and that's going to take me right out, and now I'm only leading 5-4. So then I'm going to come back in with Pidgeot, and I am going to outspeed him and go for the Hurricane for max damage, and that is actually going to be enough to finish his Chandelure off and give me my big lead back at 5-3. So then he's going to come in with Snorlax and take some damage from the rocks. And I'm going to switch out here. I know this thing can survive whatever attack I throw at it, so I'm going to come in with Gastrodon. And he just goes for the Heavy Slam, and that's not going to do too much damage to me. and then I'm going to regain some health with my leftovers. So he's going to switch out then. I guess there's not much he can do to me. So he's going to come back in with Umbreon and take some more damage from the rocks. And I just went for the Scald here to get damage. And that didn't do a whole lot, unfortunately. This thing is very bulky. And then he's going to regain some health with his leftovers. And I'm also going to regain some health with my leftovers. So this turn he's going to go for the Toxic to badly poison me. And I just went for another Scald to get some more damage, hoping for a burn, but unfortunately I don't get it. And then he's going to regain some more health with his leftovers, and I'm going to regain the rest of my health with my leftovers. But then I'm also going to take some damage from the poison. So this turn he's going to go for the Protect just to stall me out for another turn of leftovers recovery for him and poison damage for me. I just went for another Scald. So he is going to regain more health with his leftovers. And I'm also going to regain more health with my leftovers, putting me back up to full. But then I'm going to take some more damage from the poison as well. So he's going to go for the Wish this turn to get health restoration for one of his Pokemon next turn. I just went for another Scald to get more damage and hopefully a burn. Drops him to about a quarter, but unfortunately I don't get the burn. And then we're both going to regain some more health with our leftovers. And then I'm going to take more damage from the poison. So I'm going to switch out here, predicting a Protect. Going to try to get a free switch in with Infernape. So he does go for the Protect, so I do get the free switch. And then his Wish is going to put him back up almost to full, unfortunately. And then he's going to gain even more health back from his leftovers. So he's going to switch out then and come in with Noivern and take some damage from the rocks. And I actually went for the U-turn to get damage and also scout him. So that's not going to do a whole lot to him. And I am going to take some damage from the Life Orb. But I do get the mandatory switch. So I'm going to come back in with Gastrodon. And I'm going to regain some health with my leftovers. And take some damage from the poison. So this turn he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse to get damage on me. And that actually drops me down to about a quarter, but I do survive. And I'm going to go for the Ice Beam for max damage, and that is going to be enough to take his Noivern out and give me a huge lead at 5-2. And then I'm going to regain more health from the leftovers and also take more damage from the poison, dropping me to 38 health. So then he's going to come back in with Umbreon and take damage from the rocks again. So he's going to go for another Wish this turn. And I'm going to go for another Scald to try and get damage, hoping for a burn. Again, I drop him to about half, but again, I don't get the burn, unfortunately. And then we're both going to regain more health with our leftovers. And then I'm going to take more damage from the poison, dropping me all the way down to 12 health, but I do survive it. So this turn he does outspeed me, and he's just going to go for the Dark Pulse to finally finish my Gastrodon off. And now I'm leading 4-2, and he is going to regain the rest of his health off the Wish. So then I'm going to come in with Infernape, and I'm going to go for the Mach Punch here to get damage on him. That takes him down by about a third. But unfortunately, Umbreon is very bulky, so he's just going to go for the Toxic to badly poison me. And then he's going to regain some health with his leftovers. And I'm going to take some damage from the poison. So he's going to go for a Protect here to stall me out for a turn and get some more leftovers recovery and more poison damage on me. I just went for a U-turn. So he is going to regain more health with his leftovers, and I am going to take more damage from the poison. So he's going to switch out then here, probably predicting another U-turn. So he's going to come back in with Snorlax and take some damage from the rocks. And I did go for the U-turn to get damage and Scout. So that's going to take him down to about half, so that's not bad. And I am going to take some damage from the Life Orb and get the mandatory switch. And I'm going to come in with Dusknoir, and my pressure is going to come into play. So I'm going to go for the Brick Break here for max damage. I am Choice Banded, so that is actually going to be enough to finish his Snorlax off and give me my huge lead back at 4-1. So finally he's going to come back in with Umbreon and take more damage from the rocks. So he does outspeed me, and he goes for a Dark Pulse, hoping for a flinch probably. That's going to take me down by about a third, but he does not get the flinch, fortunately. And I'm going to hit him with a Brick Break for max damage, which he is just barely going to live in the red, unfortunately. And he's going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So here he's going to go for another Dark Pulse for damage, hoping for the flinch. Drops me to about a quarter, and this time he does get the flinch, unfortunately, so I can't take him out. And then he regains more health with his leftovers. So this turn he's going to go for a Protect for another turn of leftovers recovery. I just went for another Brick Break since I am Choice Banded into it. So he is going to regain more health with the leftovers. And then this turn he is going to just go for another Dark Pulse, and it is going to be enough to take my Dusknoir out. And now I am leading 3-1. And he's going to regain more health with the leftovers. So then I'm going to come back in with Florges, and he's just going to go for another Protect to get another turn of leftovers recovery. I just went for the Moonblast for max damage. And he is going to regain more health with the leftovers, hoping to try and survive a Moonblast. But this turn I am going to outspeed him and go for the Moonblast for max damage, and that is going to be enough to finish his Umbreon off finally, and that is good game, Brad. So, thanks for watching again, everybody. As always, feel free to like and or comment on the video, as well as subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, please check out Brad's channel if you would. Speed of Pig is the name of it, and I'm actually going to post a link to his channel in the video description so you guys can check him out. He has some fun stuff on his channel, so please give it a look. Also, if you're interested in battling me, leave a comment with your friend code. We can have a battle, and then if it turns out good, I will make a video and throw it up here on the channel. So, that's it, and we will see you next time.